couple of days up here is really important for our group. We've got a lot of young fellas, 20 odd players in the development group this year, and it's really important that they bond really quickly.
The main focus is to get to know their personalities and know what they're like and what they're about. So I think that comes a bit later on, but for me, just to get to know them as blokes and to see them train, because we haven't seen them train too much, and it's been really exciting to try and help them, teach them the game plan and really just get to know them.
I mean, obviously one of the things we want to do, as well as have a bit of fun, is really work on the older guys, I guess, their leadership qualities as well. So we split them into teams where there's a couple of first yearers, second year and a third year probably grouped together, and just see how they interact and work together. It's interesting to see who takes the lead in different activities that we do, who's the organiser, who's willing to speak up. So we can gain a whole lot of information from the little sessions that we do, and that's why we split it up that way particularly.
That was more about guys getting to know each other. We put them in pairs, they worked together, and some did it better than others, but it was really good. It was a really good activity to get the guys communicating with each other, with guys they haven't really met before.
Those higher ups, obviously, they get 90% of us, and they definitely got me, that's for sure. And there's a few up there, like Pinky, Toby Pink, absolutely flew through the course, just no worries at all. So, and then there's people like myself and Jordan Dawson that struggle a little bit with heights.
I think Jordan Dawson really struggled, but he got through it, but that's all part of it really. It looks really easy from the ground, and it's easy to tell him what to do, and you get up there and you're like, oh no.
Everyone had a crack and everyone completed it, so whether it was extremely slowly or extremely quickly, it didn't really matter. We all got through it and got through it as a team.
The raft building again was team building, working together, having a time limit, getting the job done, getting out there and executing.
First of all, they looked at their materials. They had 5 minutes to work out what they were going to do with them. And then they had 15 minutes to build a raft that would sail 4 of them across the river and back.
Our tactic was all right, except we built our thing upside down, so we realised that we had to flip it back over. So that really shot ourselves in the foot there, but it was really exciting, I think. The young boys had some really good ideas in our group.
It was definitely challenging. I thought ours was pretty stable at first until we got in the water, and everyone's ended upside down. So it wasn't great, but we jumped on, and even though it was upside down, we got across and got back first. And I think that was our highlight of the camp so far, as we haven't performed too well on the rest.
The trail walk was really important. It was a really testing environment. It's 35 degrees up here. The trail's pretty much uphill.
So we had 3 rules. I think they've been mentioned before. It was to always hold the rope, never let your hand go, and always hold your footy, and no complaining, questioning, or whinging. And it was tough after a while once we kept taking our hands off the rope and dropping the ball after you do so many push-ups. The 3rd rule gets hard to hold into place, but it's exactly like a game. I think you just try to control what you control and put all your positive energies into what we can do to stop that happening and for us to keep going forward.
20, let's go! 20 down, make it 30, make it 30.
one of the rules on that particular event was that there was no whinging. So we only wanted positive thoughts coming out, but after about their 500th push-up, it was getting pretty difficult to not whinge. So we tested them in for about an hour, see who would break, and to their credit, they all got through.
3, 2, 1, pull.
So we were doing push-ups every 15 seconds. There was one push-up, and then when we got to 3 minutes, there was 2 push-ups, and so on. And they were in their teams again, so it was last man standing, last team standing.
It was almost a perfect storm to see that. You got Isaac Henny, he's obviously a very decorated player already in a short period of time, against a guy that hasn't made his way yet in young Sam Fisher. And both of them weren't going to let one another win, and it was really, to Sam's credit, he hung in for a long time. I think they were in push-up position for about 12 minutes.
Sammy Fisher coming against Haynes, and I thought Haynes would smash me out of the park, but Sammy held in strong, so everyone was going for the underdog, and Haynes managed to win, but it was a solid effort.
There's no way I was letting the first year knock me over, so I was just hanging in there, and he pushed me pretty hard, that's for sure.
I think it proved to a lot of blokes how far you can push yourself, because he had the shakes, had the wobbles, and he did a really good job. I was really proud of him.
The last 3 days for the development group has been really good. We've really bonded together. The coaches have got to know the players a lot more, and the players in particular have got to know each other a lot more, which is the most important part of it. We've worked hard, we've got what we want out of the camp, and it's really important that we go forward now as a group and really stamp our authority on pre-season and get guys pushing for senior selection, which is what we want out of it.